Hello everyone. In this session, we'll explore production control in Dynamics 365 supply chain management. To make this simple, think of a company like a car manufacturer, let's say Toyota. From the moment they receive an order for a car until that car rolls out of the factory ready for delivery, there is a whole process called production life cycle or production control, and that's exactly what this particular module helps manage. Now let's look at the diagram in the screen. It shows how different role in the company, sales, planning, purchasing, warehouse and production work together to produce the finished goods. In the left side of the screen or in the left side of the diagram, you can see that it is talking about sales and sales manager. So everything starts with sales. Susan, one person name is Susan, our sales order clerk who receives the customer orders. If a customer orders 50 cars or 100 cars, she creates the sales order in the system. If components are not available, she alerts the planning team, and if the order item is already in the stock, if it is in the stock, then order picking list and packing slip and then customer invoices she creates. Okay, in real life you can think about this is like when you order a laptop online. Amazon records your order and check if the stock is available or not. If that stock is available, then the picking and packing happens and they send to the customer. If it is not in the stock, then what happens? If the components are not available, then the clerk or the sales order team, they will alert the planning team. So here in this image you can see that in the right side of the sales there is a planning, and planning team involves several steps. Like next comes planning, which managed by the Eduardo. So Eduardo is nothing but his job is for master planning. She makes sure we know what need to be purchased, what need to be produced or transferred from other warehouses. Think of Eduardo like a restaurant chef who plans how much rice, vegetables and spices are needed before cooking for 100 guests. After planning, the purchasing team involves. Then comes the purchasing. So here in the box you can see in the purchase there is a name Eliza. So in this step, purchasing steps, Eliza, the purchaser who uses the Eduardo's plan to place purchase order with vendors. If I'll relate it to the practical example or the real world example, then it would be if you are building a cars, so Eliza orders the tires, engines or windshield from the supplier, and then after these steps the warehouse involves. In these steps, once materials arrive from the supplier, John is the receiving warehouse clerk or the warehouse clerk who stores them. He ensures everything is in the place before the production starts. So I can give an example like when a cafe receives the milks, breads or the coffee beans from the supplier before opening for the customer, so it need to be stored in somewhere, in some places that should be fixed. Okay, so this is nothing but the handles by the warehouse team or warehouse clerk. After that now the operation team takes over the process. So in production manager you can see there is a name of Lars and Shannon. There is a two person over here. So one is a shop supervisor, one is the operations lead, we can say. So Lars, the production manager, we can say, and the Shannon, the operation manager, they schedules the job, release the production order and supervise the workers. For example, In our car factory, Lars decide which assembly lines builds the SUVs and which one builds the sedans. So these are nothing but types of car. Now the production executions happens. When the production starts, worker begin assembling the product. So it takes time. So Shannon monitor the process and reports the finished job and ensure the production quality. If I'll give a real world example, it will be for the same bakery example. Then this is like the bakery. Once all ingredients are ready, the baker start mixing, baking and decorating the cakes. The production manager checks if each cake meets the customer standards before packing. Okay, so now think that finally the finished car moved to the shipping warehouse, from where the products are either delivered to the customer or moved to the next production phase. So in these steps, let me give the example. Once the cakes are baked and packed, the bakery delivered to the customer in the shipping warehouse, or it can be also delivered to the customer as well if there will be no further production phase. So I hope till this point it is clear. So one more step is there: intra-module connectivity or inter-module integration and cost involvement. And the one more thing, production control is tightly connected with other modules like product information, inventory, general ledger, warehouse, and even project accounting. Costs are also calculated differently depending on the business needs. Some companies are uses the FIFO approach, FIFO, first in first out approach. Some companies are uses the LIFO approach, that is the last in first out. Other can use the standard cost to simplify the accountings. And lean manufacturing uses the backflash costing, where costs are posted at the end of the production instead of tracking each small steps. So in short, we can say this ensures the company knows exactly how much it costs to make each product. So I think I have covered all the related topics related to sales planning and operations and involved module with this product cycle. So in I can say that in summarize, I have discussed sales receive orders, sales receive the orders, planning decides what's needed for the production, purchasing orders materials from the suppliers, warehouse stores them, and production creates the final goods or final products or final items. Then after the last step, shipping delivered to the final product to the customer. So this whole cycle is what we call the production control in Dynamics 365 finance and management. So think of it this way: just like a well structured or well organized kitchen ensures a perfect meal reaches to your table, a well managed production process ensures right product reaches to the customer on time and at the right cost. Okay, so if you have any question regarding the session that I have discussed in this particular video, then you can write it in the comment section. I'll try to respond to you as soon as possible. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.